Welcome back once again to Mommy's Yum. My name is Chioma and today I'm going to be sharing with you this warm pot chicken and potato vegetable pots that I made for my kids. I don't know what to call it, but I just made this for their lunchbox, and it's one food that I just said let me try, and it came out really nicely and they really enjoyed it. So this is one meal that you can add to your child's lunchbox. It's a potato meal. It's got everything inside it. It's got the potato, which is the carbohydrate. It's got the chicken, which is the protein, and it's got the vegetables there. So you are giving your child a wholesome meal for their lunchbox. So if this is something you would like to see how I made, keep on watching, and please don't forget to share and also like this video as we go on. So these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. If you can look there, you can see my homemade tomato sauce and also my shredded chicken, which I've already put a video on how I make this. And these are the things that I've prepped up, and it makes cooking meals for the lunchbox quite easy. So like I always say, meal prepping is very important. So I have a link at the top there where I made the tomato sauce and also how I made my chicken and chicken sauce, prepping them in readiness for their school lunchbox. So the first thing I'm going to do is to wash my potatoes. I like leaving the back of the potatoes because the nutrients are there. So I just use a sponge, an iron sponge, and try and wash the potatoes as much as I can instead of peeling off the back. That way they can get all the very good nutrients in Irish potato. Okay, and then I'm going to cut it into chunks. I like cutting it a bit chunky this way so that they can actually pick up and eat the potatoes. I don't want it all mashed up. If you have kids that like mashed up potatoes, that's fine. Then maybe you can dice it into smaller cubes. I'm going to start cooking, and I'm going to add oil in a pot, and then I'm going to add my tomato sauce. My tomato sauce contains everything already. It's got the onions, ginger, flavors. I used I think basil leaves in it, so it's already flavorsome on its own, and that's why I'm using it, and it makes it easy for me to just prepare my children's school lunch early in the morning before they leave for school. Once the tomatoes are fried a bit, you can just see it. It doesn't even take time, as you can see. I'm going to add my shredded chicken. I normally get out my chicken from the freezer the night before so that it thaws in the morning. And then I'm going to add my seasonings. I've got my seasoning. You can use any seasoning of your choice. I'm using curry and my Italian seasoning, which is just thyme, rosemary, and I think oregano. And then I'm putting a seasoning cube. If you don't want to use seasoning cube, you can use our local spices. Sometimes I use ugirokme, that's dawa in making it. So it all depends on your choice. And next, my potatoes goes in. Stir everything all together. And then add some water. I always have boiling water handy because it helps cooking my cooking process. You can always use stock if you want, but I prefer to use water in this case because the chicken there is already, the shredded chicken is already tasty, and the taste will incorporate into the food. So there's no need for me adding stock again. And then I added my crayfish for flavor again, and then add salt to taste. I've not added salt before, so I'm adding my salt at the last time because I used seasoning cube, which contains salt already. Adding that and your crayfish before adding salt helps you to regulate the salt that you are putting in your food. Cover and allow it to cook. And then the next thing I'm going to do is my vegetables. I've got my mixed vegetables here, is frozen. and I don't want to add it frozen into the food because it's going to make the potatoes watery, and I don't want it to be watery. So I'm adding hot water to the mixed vegetables and using it to thaw it and make it at least better, remove the frozen and ice in it before adding it into the food. So once the potatoes are done, as you can see, the potato is now soft. I'm going to just use my spoon and mash a bit of the potatoes to give it that porridgey texture. So I don't want to mash everything up completely, but just a bit of it. And I changed my wood spoon to the wooden spoon because this spoon is not helping me. And so my mixed vegetables are going in now, and then stir everything all together, cover the pot and just allow it to simmer for about a minute, and our meal is ready. If you are still watching this, I hope you enjoyed watching it, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up please, and thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.